Imagine a world where Sam McCall walks back into Port Charles just in time to stop a disaster no one saw coming. What if Sam returns to save Scout from a version of Drew that's spiraling out of control, and everything changes because of it? In this alternate reality, Sam has been gone longer than anyone expected. She left Port Charles quietly, believing Scout was safe, protected by family and a father who promised stability. But time passes, and something feels off. Sam senses it before anyone else does. Rumors reach her. Whispers that Drew's pressure is mounting. That his need to control, protect, and prove himself is starting to suffocate the very people he loves. And worst of all, Scout is caught in the middle. In this version of the story, Drew isn't evil. He's overwhelmed, haunted by past losses, desperate to keep Scout close, and terrified of losing control again. That fear turns into rigidity. Rules, surveillance, emotional walls. Scout starts pulling away. Teachers notice. Friends notice. But Drew doesn't. And that's when Sam returns. In this alternate world, Sam doesn't come back with fanfare. No big reunion. No warning. She comes back because a mother knows. Sam sees Scout's fear instantly. Not bruises. Not visible harm. But emotional confinement. A child shrinking herself to keep the peace. Sam confronts Drew, and this time, it's different. She's not asking. She's not negotiating. She's reclaiming her role. Drew insists he's protecting Scout. That the world is dangerous. That Sam doesn't understand what he's been through. But Sam fires back. She reminds him that love without trust becomes a cage. That safety without freedom isn't safety at all. And Scout hears every word. In this timeline, Scout chooses Sam. The custody battle that follows isn't about courts. It's about the truth. Scout speaks up for herself, and Port Charles is shaken. Jason is pulled into the middle, torn between loyalty to Drew and the undeniable truth in Scout's eyes. For the first time, Jason questions whether protecting Drew means hurting a child. Alexis steps in as both lawyer and grandmother. She sees echoes of past mistakes, and she refuses to let history repeat itself. Dante struggles too. As a cop, he wants facts. As a stepfather figure, he feels the emotional weight. He realizes this isn't a crime, but it is a crisis. In this alternate reality, Drew doesn't lose Scout forever, but he loses control. And that loss forces him to face something he's been avoiding. Therapy becomes part of the story, not as punishment, but as a turning point. Drew confronts his fear of abandonment, his need to manage every outcome, and slowly he begins to change. Meanwhile, Sam reclaims her place in Scout's daily life. School mornings, late-night talks. Scout begins to breathe again. But the ripple effects don't stop there. Carly watches this unfold and starts questioning her own instincts to control outcomes. She sees how love can blur into force. Elizabeth recognizes Scout's quiet withdrawal because she's seen it before in other kids. She becomes a quiet advocate, offering stability without judgment. Willow, observing from the sidelines, reflects on how easily good intentions can cross lines. It changes how she approaches family, boundaries, and trust. Even Nina feels the impact. She connects with Sam over the shared pain of being separated from a child. And for once, empathy replaces rivalry. Port Charles itself shifts. Conversations change. Parents listen more. The town becomes more aware of emotional harm, not just physical danger. Scout becomes a symbol, not of weakness, but of courage. In this world, Sam didn't just save her daughter. She reminded everyone that protection means empowerment, not control. Drew's redemption arc begins quietly, not with grand gestures, but with learning to let go and asking for help. And Sam? She stays, not as a disruptor, but as a steady force. So now the question turns to you. If Sam McCall returned to save Scout from a controlling Drew, would Drew deserve redemption or consequences? Would Scout ever fully trust him again? And how would this change the future of Port Charles? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share your version of this alternate world. And if you enjoy exploring what-if storylines like this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Because in Port Charles, one choice can change everything.